You don't have to be religious to have miracles happen in your life. Um, I'm going to tell you about something that happened to me that I believe would be, would be classified as a miracle. Um, my mom spent 5 months in the hospital before she passed. She was on a ventilator. She had a trach, um, and the trach was big enough that she would not be able to talk with it. Like it was too incumbent in her, like it blocked her vocal cords. Um, but she spent 4 months basically in a coma, and I would go see her, and she would know that I was there because I would ask her questions, and she would yes or she would no, but she wasn't there, like she wasn't awake. And I would do things like I would get the hair wash things in the hospital, and I would wash her hair and I would comb it out, and I would just watch her eyes just and it was nice. So as a psychic, I knew that she was not going to ever come home. Um, so I spoke to my spirit guides and angels and loved ones, and I begged them just to hear her voice, because I didn't think I could survive her death without ever hearing her voice again. And yeah, I get yeah that. Um, so I begged my spirit guides, angels, and loved ones, please let me hear her voice one more time. And um, I went to see her, and it was the last time I saw her alive in this world. I walked in and I expect, for me to talk to her and she would write me notes. Um, but I walked in that day and I was like, hey mom, and she's like, hey Terry. And I was, what? you know, they didn't change out the trach. She should not have been able to talk that day. Even the respiratory tech was like, I don't know how she's talking. And I'm like, I'm okay with it. And we talked for hours, and I actually got her on video talking because I didn't want to, like, I wanted proof that she was talking. But we talked for hours, and this is during COVID time, so I had to leave at 6 because visiting times were over. They were kind of like, you know, you gotta go at 6. They didn't let me stay over, and I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to leave because I knew, I knew that that would be the last time I ever saw her in this world. And, but, but, before I get too emotional, um, I got my miracle. So, even if you're not religious, even if, you don't believe, like, the power of whatever spirit did that day, so that I could hear her voice one more time before she passed, I got that. I got my miracle.